Okay, so very odd thing just happened to me. Actually, I'm gonna walk back and show you guys. Yeah, I will. I'm a little cold, but it's not too far. It's about a block away. Just to get it in the video, that'd be better. Anyway, so I'm getting off the bus. Well, first of all, let me tell you about the bus ride experience. That was kind of weird too. I don't know why, but some people, it seems like everybody always is staring at me, like I'm like real famous or something, as if like people break their necks to see who I am, and then they'll turn around and they'll take off, like break their neck, look back at me, and then turn around and then drive back towards me, like as if I'm a person of interest. Like that's kind of odd, right? So anyway, I get on the bus, and the bus driver won't respond to me. I'm like, is this the way to Richland? I'm not really sure how the bus schedules work. Well, my phone, it doesn't want to work properly, so I had to I tried to have Net10 send me the APN settings or the configuration, so I'd have my data working. This is a track phone branded phone, Net10 perhaps, and it still didn't work properly. And I have Net10 service and this phone runs off of AT&T's tower, and I have the proper SIM card, still wouldn't work. So today, before I left for school, placement testing. Later on I'll post my scores. I don't really know what the scores mean because there's not percentages or anything on there, but I'll try to figure that out. Anyway, so I was trying to put the input in for the access point name for the settings so that the data, picture messages, multimedia messaging, whatnot, to work correctly. And they kept sending me the configuration setting and it still wouldn't work, so I had to do a little bit of research, and I found the settings myself and then tweaked it out a little bit, kind of messed with the settings, added a couple things as far as the APN or the MMSC goes and protocol and all that, and I got it to work. So then I'm like trying to look at the bus schedule, didn't really understand it. I zoom in, zoom out, and it still doesn't work, so I had to download the PDF file, which I want to thank an individual for sending that to me. Well, anyway, so here's this. It's pretty neat. It says, find your inner kid and chase your dreams. Cody Drew. I'm not sure who the individual Cody Drew is, but he must have said some things to some people that inspired them. Well, he's definitely inspired me. Right here, it says, backatcha.com, 1-800-295-3345, made in the USA. It's pretty neat. The quote, even the quote that they have for their company, Back At You, whatever that is. And then I like Little Frank's sticker, that's dope. Who the hell is Little Frank? It's pretty neat. There's like a little store here. It used to be Garcia's Pizza, I believe. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if it's in the back or in the front, whatever. But this is what the store looks like, if you guys can see it. Oh yeah, I guess it was Garcia's. It's as if it's pretty run down and they're tearing it down. Maybe that means that Little Frank's coming in here? I don't know. I'd love to have my own business one day. I had some really good ideas. Just need the advertisement. I need the money to start. This employment thing is still driving me crazy. So it's official that I'm not working at Jimmy John's anymore, and I'm going to start taking my time and focusing in on other things. Hopefully I don't go to prison. I really don't want to. I think you guys already are aware of all that. But yeah, but this guy runs up, or no, wait, him and this other guy, looks like a younger guy, and I guess his father figure, maybe, I don't know. They walk up, and they see me, and they continue to keep walking, so then I stop. I just had this weird uneasy feeling, and I stop, and I plugged my phone in so I could take pictures of that bench, and then they turned around and came back, right? And they started talking about a SIM card. So I'm like, hey, maybe I could be of help. And I asked them I was like, so what SIM card do you guys need, or what services is it with? And it just so happens that it's Sprint. Sprint is very hard to, there's SIM cards. Well, first of all, they run on a a CDMA network, which the SIM card is typically primarily, it's not for any, it doesn't have anything to do with the calling network. It's just the data aspect of the phone. You know, I wouldn't say maybe about 8 years ago, they didn't even have SIM cards in almost all their phones until they got the LTE service, or the LTE bandwidth, I believe it is. And then they started requiring SIM cards for their phones, which later on you were able to unlock the phones, and they would run whatever network that you wanted because you could unlock the phone. So I asked him if he needed some help with it. Or no, I didn't say that. Sorry, take that back. I said, well, the SIM cards with Sprint it's kind of iffy, because when you get a Sprint phone and you're trying to reactivate it on a Sprint network or Boost per se, or anything that's married to the Sprint network, the SIM card is married to the device. I kind of explained that to him, and he, one of the guys gets on the bus, the younger guy, and then the other guy kind of walks frantically around the corner. So I'm like, what is that about, I wonder? So I kind of cut around the corner and I look, and he's running. And he ran all the way to this corner here and then turned left. So we're going to go down there and see if that has anything to do with it. Pretty odd, pretty awkward. Kind of makes me feel as if people either don't like me or they do like me, or everybody knows me, because everywhere I go, people are breaking their neck. I had the same similar instance happen to me before as well. When I was getting ready to start work at Jimmy John's. This would have been 5 weeks ago. And they were like I was going up into the store and stuff, and they're like running into the store, and they're like, I don't know, just the weird uneasy feeling about it, right? So I go in the store, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to come back to work, such and such. And they're all like happy and whatnot. Well, then I leave, and I'm like, hold on, I'm going to go back in there and ask one of those guys, because I remember he looks like the owner that ran all the Jimmy John's, I believe, pretty much all of them in Central Illinois. But he has longer hair now. So I go back in there, I'm like, you're the Jimmy John guy. You're like the guy, right? And he's like, no, we're all the Jimmy John's guys. I'm like, okay, that's a typical answer. Probably something I would have said too if I was trying to derive someone's attention from figuring something out. But anyway, so that was it. Update on everything else. Unemployment still is like I'm like scared to like even try to apply, because now I feel like I've done something wrong, and I don't believe that I have. I never got a debit card besides the one that I accumulated with my name on it. I never pulled that out of a mailbox, and I never opened that letter, so it makes me feel as if somebody else did. So I'm scared to even apply. I don't know if I should apply for PuA, and then they're telling me to reapply for the regular unemployment, but it says also to not apply till 2021. So is it yes or is it no? Like, what do I do? Like, how do I live? How do I get funding? Should I mean, I watch the news, and the news tells me all day long. I've never seen the news play all day long ever, for one, and for two, it's like, don't leave, don't go out, national lockdown, this and that, don't go anywhere. Well, I can't just sit and do nothing, especially because, nothing against my roommate, but we are two completely different people, and we have no similar interests. And I like to talk to people, and I like getting feedback. And he just kind of stares off into space. I'm sure you'll see this, Mr. Roommate, but I'm sorry in advance. Just apologizing to you now. I'm just the type of person that likes to get other people's opinions, and that's why I like doing reviews on things, so I can let other people know before they spend their money on a product, and know the pros and cons of the item or whatever it is. So that's that. Yeah, the PuA, and then like on these unemployment or employment security, whatever, it's like you've exhausted all previous benefits. That makes me feel as if somebody else was receiving the benefits and I was not. So should I before I apply, wait for a freaking phone call for the rest of my life to tell these people that, hey, I've never got a freaking benefit. I never got a single penny from anybody that has to do with unemployment. So do you guys think that I should do that? Or do you guys just think that I should reapply? Because, like, what's the just thing to do? I guess justice would be if somebody was receiving benefits on my behalf and I wasn't, that would be justice to be served, right? Or should I just sit back and wait? I mean, never mind, not sit back and wait. That would go along with the first option. Or should I just go ahead and apply and act as if... But then again, if they start issuing this benefit in my name, where does the benefit go to? Because this card that I have with my name on it won't let me activate it. It won't let me access it. The system online won't let me access it because it says that my security questions, or my answers to my security questions, are incorrect. So I'm going to go ahead and post this now. I'd like to get as much feedback as I could. If you guys have any ideas, or if anybody's familiar with this issue, please comment and let me know. Alright, y'all, YouTube Yellows, I'm out. Go ahead and comment. Thanks. Yo.